What's going on, everybody? It is Luke Beller, and today I have a video where I will be reacting to this article I came across earlier this morning. I came across it. It's 5 dream wide receivers to target in 2021 free agency. So when I saw that, I was like, I wonder who these dream targets are. I wonder if it's possible. I wonder if the Packers would actually do this. And so I'm going to go through this, sort of get my thoughts and reactions on these guys. I saw the first guy, not going to lie, but I haven't seen the others. So I'll scroll through this and we'll get going. But if you guys are new here, I put up Packers content almost every single day. As you can tell, I'm a Packers fan. So if you want to see that kind of stuff, news analysis, everything that happens in Green Bay, or not in Green Bay, but for the Packers, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on those post notifications. And I also just put out a video on my second channel. I put out a vlog. I'll leave the link to that video at the top of the description if you guys want to go check it out. Some of you guys have found the channel already just by searching my name, Luke Beller, but I will leave the link to that video in the top of the description and in the comment section. So if you want to check that out, feel free to go over there. All right, so getting into the juicy part of this video. First off, we have Marvin Jones. I actually like this idea. I put out a video, it was a while ago now, maybe like a month or so, about potentially the Packers getting him because I'm pretty sure he's a free agent, right? I'm pretty sure. But it says here, Marvin Jones is coming off the second best season of his career where he caught 76 passes, a career high for 978 yards and 9 touchdowns. He'll be 31 years old in a couple days and looks like he still has enough left in the tank to contribute for a couple years. He'd be a nice slot guy alongside some of the Packers' bigger receivers and has some nice size of his own. So Marvin Jones did great, partly in the 2020 season because, Kenny Golladay was injured for like 5 or 6 games. I know this just because I had him on my fantasy team. He was one of my first wide receivers picked, and he was just like sitting there on my bench, just like, didn't really help me too much, but Marvin Jones obviously benefited from Kenny Golladay not playing as much in 2020. I think Marvin Jones is a great receiver, and even though he's 31 years old, maybe the Packers could sign him to like a 1 or 2 year deal. Who knows? But I like this option if the Packers somehow have the cap space to make these kind of moves. Honestly, will they? No clue. Number 4. T.Y. Hilton. Okay, let's see. At the opposite end of the spectrum is T.Y. Hilton. Hilton, a former third-round pick who has spent all 9 of his years' career with the Indianapolis Colts, is coming off a down season, and it appears as if his best days are behind him. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler who has clearly lost a step of the speed he relied so heavily upon. Yeah, so now what is he? He's probably getting close to 30 if he's not already 30 years old. I'm not sure how old T.Y. Hilton is, but he's definitely not as good as he once was. The thing is, with any wide receiver that would come to Green Bay, I think Aaron Rodgers would obviously elevate any player's play, just as he has with every other receiver on the Packers right now. And if T.Y. Hilton were to come, I think he probably would have a very productive season. I'm pretty sure he's dealt with lots of injuries, so I'm not sure the Packers would want to come in and sign T.Y. Hilton. But he says, however, he could rejuvenate his career in Green Bay if he's able to stay healthy. Facts. Head coach Matt LaFleur has made life easier for just about everyone on offense, and Aaron Rodgers is coming off the best season of his career as a result. Hilton could thrive in this offense by no longer being the primary option in the passing game and taking advantage of the lesser attention. So that's a pretty good point. I actually like that point. With Davante Adams getting so much of the attention because he's a beast, T.Y. Hilton would have some, maybe some more free range to do what he can do. Guys aren't just focused on him because they're focused on Davante. Maybe T.Y. Hilton would have a great year. Honestly, that's a good idea too. Probably all these ideas would be fun. Okay, so now, numero 3. We got Corey Davis. I've seen this one flying around a lot about potentially Corey Davis coming to the Packers. So Corey Davis played for LaFleur for a year, back when LaFleur was the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans, so we got a little connection there. And it just so happened to be Davis' second best year of his career behind 2020, in which he caught 65 passes, 891 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So a pretty great season from him. And who's his quarterback? He's on the Titans, right? So what, Ryan Tannehill? So an upgrade from Tannehill to Rodgers, obviously. As I said, any wide receiver comes to Green Bay, their play is going to get elevated to the next level because we have Aaron Rodgers. Coming off his best season and just 26 years old, Davis could be ready to thrive in a LaFleur-led offense once again. At 6'3", 209 pounds, pretty big guy. He's physical at the line of scrimmage and meets the criteria Gutekunst likes for players at this position. He would also provide the Packers with another deep threat alongside Valdes-Scantling, as he loves to get vertical on his routes. It will cost him a pretty penny to sign Davis, but he could be well worth it. And that's the thing about every player that we potentially could sign in free agency, as we've covered in the past if you guys have been around here for, the past couple months. The thing is, we know we're over the salary cap. We've talked about it a lot. And the thing is, in free agency, if we were to make a move, we probably just can't make many moves, if we make any moves at all in the free agency market. So if we were to sign one of these wide receivers, it would be tough to do much else. At least that's what I've heard, and that's what seems to be the case. And so it's not like we're going to come in, sign a receiver, sign a cornerback, we're not going to sign like 10 players. I mean, for bigger contracts, maybe like lesser free agents who maybe the Packers have seen in other teams and are like, well, maybe you could be good in Green Bay. Maybe those kind of guys. But not like super high, guys like these guys I'm showing you right here. But now, numero two, Will Fuller. This has been talked about since, during the season. There was rumors about potentially the Packers wanting to trade for Will Fuller. And I'm pretty sure there was like news articles that the Packers were like trying to, but they just couldn't get a deal done with Will Fuller. But let's see what this guy has to say. Here's another guy the Packers have been connected with for a while now. They reportedly tried to trade him at the deadline. Yes, right before he was suspended, but didn't want to pay the Houston Texans asking price for a soon-to-be free agent. And here we are as Green Bay has a potential to bring him on their roster once again. With Allen Robinson and Chris Godwin being franchise tagged, Fuller might be the second best free agent, remaining behind Kenny Galladay. Although he has never had more than 54 receptions or 900 receiving yards in a season, he's a breakout candidate waiting to happen. He's elite speed, would make it extremely difficult for teams to double Adams while leaving Fuller one-on-one with a cornerback. Yeah, like that. On the other hand, defenses wouldn't be able to give both guys extra attention. That sounds like the recipe for another hugely successful season for Rodgers and this offense. I mean, if Will Fuller were to come to the Packers, this Packers offense, I mean, we were one of the best, or I'm pretty sure we were the highest scoring offense in the regular season. To add a receiver like Will Fuller to an offense, I just can't even imagine, what this offense would look like in 2021. Of course, Aaron Jones could potentially be gone, but this offense with any of these receivers would be that much better. So maybe the Packers want to do it. Who knows? Now for the number one option. Oh yeah, by the way, this is on Dairyland Express. You probably read there before by, Brian Thompson. So good article. All right, so now the number one. Last guy we got here is Juju Smith-Schuster. Another top name in the market. Juju Smith is more in the same tier as Davis than he is with Will Fuller. However, that doesn't mean he wouldn't be a dynamic signing for the Packers. And the thing is with Juju Smith-Schuster, back when he was like a rookie or one of his first few years in the season, when he was playing with Antonio Brown in that Steelers offense, he was a beast. I can't remember his exact stat line in that season, but he was a monster in that season. And so maybe coming to Green Bay, being the second option behind Davante Adams, who would take all of the attention, maybe Juju Smith, starts to play as he did in the past. I think it could be a pretty good fit with Aaron Rodgers. Smith-Schuster has made a lot of headlines for his activities on and off the football field, but there is no denying his skill. He hasn't quite matched his amazing 2018 campaign, but he is coming off the second best season of his career, in which he caught 97 receptions, 831 yards, and 9 TDs. Pretty good stat line. Almost 100 receptions, solid. He's also just 24 years old, which means he has a lot of room for growth in his game. He would give the Packers a nice slot option while allowing them to keep Lazard and Valdez-Scantling on the outside. He's definitely worth exploring as his talent is undeniable. So these are all some pretty solid options. If any of these, wide receivers were to come to Green Bay, I'd be pretty pumped. Will it happen? We don't know. What's going to happen with the salary cap? I don't know. But of these five guys, would you guys prefer? Juju Smith, T.Y. Hilton, Corey Davis, Will Fuller, and who's the last guy? Shoot, I totally forgot who the last guy was. But let me know who you want the Packers to get of these five guys, if they were to get with them. Drop it in the comments. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys drop a like. And if you have yet to subscribe and you want to see more Packers content, feel free to hit the little red button down there so you get subscribed. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.